How are you? Good, good. Yes, sir. Take your time. That's all right.
I told them I was going to be late. You were supposed to be done by now.
Take your time. Take your time. Do what you got to do. Sir?
Couldn't start without you, brother.
Oh, no worries, no worries.
I was down close to Lieutenant military.
Oh, no worries, no worries. I've got to head back that way after this.
Check, check, check. 1, 2, 3. Check, check, check. Can you hear me? Check, check, check. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Check, check, check. 1, 2, 3.
Life. She was transported by EMS, but unfortunately passed away. She was pronounced dead at the scene, or dead at the hospital, at University Hospital, shortly thereafter, about 11:25. From what we're gathering right now, we don't have any indication at this point that there's any wrongdoing on the part of the school. Our understanding right now is that this little girl had some underlying health conditions, possibly of a chronic nature, that may have contributed. So obviously, of course, we're not reaching any conclusions at this point. We're not ruling anything out at this point. We will be here for several hours processing the scene. And understandably, we understand that parents are going to be concerned, especially in light of previous events at this school. But I just want to make it clear that all other kids are safe and accounted for. The affected child's parents have already been notified. So if you have not received any notification, your child is okay. Take your time coming to the school to pick them up. My understanding is the school already put out some sort of notice. But again, in an abundance of caution, we just want everybody to get here safe and sound, not be rushing through traffic. We understand that this is an upsetting thing for anyone, but we're being as sensitive as we can in the handling of it to make sure that we're not creating any undue alarm to the other children here or the staff, or obviously to the families of the children as well. Esta mañana, aproximadamente a las 10 de la mañana, nosotros recibimos una llamada de una niña de 6 años de edad que se aparenta que tuvo un incidente médico. La niña fue encontrada en un baño por los empleados de la escuela. Ellos intentaron administrar primeros auxilios. No tuvieron éxito. La niña fue llevada al hospital University por una ambulancia donde desafortunadamente la niña falleció a causa del incidente. Ahorita no sospechamos nada de parte de la escuela, pero también estamos procesando las escenas de los hechos como otros casos. Estamos haciendo todo lo posible para poder averiguar qué fue lo que pasó, aunque ahorita no sospechamos nada de parte de la escuela. Nosotros les estamos pidiendo a los padres de los niños que pertenecen a esta escuela que por favor vengan, si van a venir para acá a recoger sus niños, que por favor vengan con mucha precaución. Si la familia de la niña esta ellos ya saben de lo que pasó. Entonces, si usted tiene un niño que pertenece aquí, si no les hemos hablado, es que los niños están bien. Nosotros entendemos que la escuela ya dio noticias a las familias, pero ahorita les estamos pidiendo paciencia y que vengan para aquí a recoger sus niños con toda confianza. Nosotros vamos a estar aquí por varias horas procesando la escena. Y les pedimos paciencia a todos. Any questions? Sure. At this point, that's the indications that we have, is that it was strictly a medical episode. Obviously we don't suspect foul play, but also we don't want to rule anything out at this point, being that this is a child that died under these circumstances. We're going to be processing the scene to the nth degree. We've got at this point the SAPD is actually on their way out, so you may be seeing a van come by from SAPD. They're helping us out with a specialized piece of equipment that ours is out of commission right now, but we really want to utilize that equipment to document the crime scene, so we're going to be borrowing some equipment from SAPD. But again, we just want people to understand that at this point, no foul play is suspected, but we're going to cover this to the nth degree just to make sure. No, la niña se fue para el baño por algunos momentos. Una de las maestras fue a checar en ella y la encontraron inconsciente. Entonces ya ellos les hablaron al 911, empezaron los primeros auxilios y ya cuando llegaron los médicos, ellos empezaron a trabajar en la niña. Okay, what touched all of this off is that the little girl had actually gone to the bathroom. After just a few minutes, the staff here went and checked on the little girl. They found her unresponsive. They did exactly what they should have done at that point. They called 911, began administering first aid, which then turned to life-saving measures. Unfortunately, they were not successful in that. EMS came. They transported the little girl to U of H, where she was pronounced deceased. At this point, what's been estimated to us is that 2 to 5 minutes she was in the bathroom, and all indications are that they reacted the way they were supposed to. But again, we want to make sure that we interview all witnesses. We want to take all measurements, collect video, anything and everything, because we know that this is definitely a huge deal for everybody. 2 a 5 minutos estaba en el baño. Cuando ellos ya sabían dónde estaba. Pero ya después de algunos momentos ellos checaron a la niña, la encontraron inconsciente.
Al principio habías dicho que esta escuela tiene una historia.
Sí, en enero esta escuela fue la escena donde un choque pasó y una niña y una maestra fallecieron. En ese caso sigue bajo investigación, pero lo que pensamos ahorita es que la chofer que iba levantando sus niños de la escuela, se aparenta que ella tuvo un incidente médico y perdió el control de su carro. Desafortunadamente se estrelló con una cerca. La cerca que se le cayó encima a una maestra y un niño y una niña. Y esas dos personas fallecieron aquí en la escena. Ese incidente sigue bajo investigación.
Y ahora hay 2 tragedias.
2 tragedias. So you may recall that in January, this was actually the scene of an equally heartbreaking incident where, from what it appears still, and this incident still under investigation, obviously no relation between the two that we can see at this point. But in that incident in early January, it appears at this point in the investigation that a lady that was picking up her children from the school had some sort of a medical episode and lost control of her car. Her car then crashed into a fence, which the car and the fence ended up on top of a teacher and a student. The teacher and the student were both unfortunately killed in that incident. But again, that case is still under investigation. At this point, that appears to also be a medical episode. But again, at this point, we're still not ruling anything out.
Are you all able to say if this was a diabetic episode, an epileptic episode?
I believe that it was some sort of a seizure disorder that this little girl was afflicted by. I don't know if at this point the medical condition that she was afflicted by was temporary in nature or something that was congenital in nature. Obviously, we're going to be covering all bases and making sure that we get definitive answers at that. But my understanding is that the condition that she had, that seizures are something that's associated with that. Now, the fact that these seizures may have in fact contributed or caused her death, that remains to be seen.
Estabas diciendo que ibas a investigar esto extensivamente y que traes equipo especial, ¿verdad?
Nosotros, nuestro equipo de evidencia están aquí procesando la escena. nosotros nos faltaba una herramienta para colectar cierta evidencia. Entonces les pedimos ayuda a nuestros socios con el Departamento de Policía de San Antonio. Ellos ahorita van al rumbo a esta escuela con ese equipo, con esa herramienta. Nos van a ayudar en procesar la escena, pero aquí vamos a estar hasta que terminamos todo. No sé si la niña tuvo algún ataque. Ella tiene una condición médica, pero no se sabe ahorita si esa condición es algo temporal o si ha estado enferma por unos años. Ahorita nos tenemos que fijar en todo, pero por eso estamos procesando la escena con mucho detalle. No, absolutely. I can't even, as a parent myself, I can't even imagine having to bury a child, having to deal with the death of a child. That's something that as a person, it boggles the mind, because you can't even as a parent allow your mind to go there. So I can't even imagine what these poor folks are going through. But again, that's why we owe it to them to make sure that we cover this in great detail to as much as we can. If a piece of equipment is not handy because we don't have it or it's out of commission, we're gonna do whatever we need to do to make sure we obtain that equipment and process this scene thoroughly, so that they can have as many answers as they can. It is called the one we utilize is called a Leica scanner. And what it does is you put it inside of a scene, of a crime scene, as it were, and it scans. It takes a very detailed scan of the room, so that basically in 3D we can then go back a month, a year, 2 years down the road, and we can see in detail exact measurements and exactly what it looked like. Now, it may be not necessary in a situation like this where we don't suspect a crime. But again, I'd rather have that information and not need it than vice versa. So the fact that our equipment was out of commission, that's not good enough. We're going to go and obtain that equipment from someone else. I don't know the brand name of what SAPD is bringing, but my understanding is it's pretty good equipment as well. No, my understanding is the little girl was still somewhat in an upright position when she was found. So I don't believe that that's the case at this point. Again, we're going to be taking detailed statements from everybody involved on exactly what they saw, what they did, and when. We want to have as complete a picture of this incident as possible. We owe it to the family for sure. Sí, lo que nosotros pensamos es que la niña no se cayó, sino que ella estaba enderezada cuando la encontraron. Pero por eso tenemos que tomar statements de todos los testigos que estaban aquí, qué vieron, qué hicieron, de qué manera. Nosotros queremos averiguar exactamente lo que pasó, entonces por eso nos vamos a tomar nuestro tiempo en colectar la evidencia. La herramienta que nos faltó este día es una scanner que nosotros la marca es Leica. Esa scanner es algo que ponemos en un cuarto, en una escena de los hechos, tomamos foto y video, un scan de todo el cuarto para poder ya después fijarnos en las medidas y todo. En gran detalle. Esa herramienta es algo que se nos descompuso a nosotros, pero afortunadamente nuestros socios en la ciudad tienen el equipo. Ellos ahorita vienen al rumbo acá para prestarnos esa herramienta. What I saw was a bathroom that was across the hall from a classroom, and then she was not officially pronounced deceased until arrival at the hospital, is what I understand it at this point. Sí, naturalmente yo como padre ni puedo entender por lo que están pasando estos padres ahorita, lo que pasó a esta niña. Uno como padre ni quiere imaginarse la tragedia de tener que tener algo así pasar en nuestra familia. La muerte de un niño es algo que no es natural para nosotros, entonces por eso nosotros les debemos todas las respuestas a esta familia, toda la información a esta familia. Por eso estamos haciendo todo en detalle en procesar esta escena. Okay.
Recapitulando un poco, ¿cómo comienza toda la llamada?
Aproximadamente a las 10 de esta mañana nosotros recibimos una llamada a esta escuela donde una niña fue encontrada en un baño inconsciente. Esa niña tenía 6 años de edad. Las maestras de aquí les hablaron al 911. Ellos intentaron administrar primeros auxilios a la niña, pero no tuvieron éxito, sino que llegaron los bomberos, los médicos, llevaron a la niña al hospital University, donde desafortunadamente la niña falleció. Y ahorita pensamos que fue una crisis médica que tuvo la niña. Ella como que tenía condiciones médicas. Entonces nosotros ahorita nosotros queremos fijarnos en todo para asegurar que eso fue lo que le pasó a la niña. Ahorita no sospechamos nada de parte de la escuela, pero también no vamos a tomar chances de eso. Vamos a procesar la escena de los hechos con mucho detalle y vamos a estar aquí hasta que tenemos todas esas respuestas. La niña salió inconsciente pero con vida. Los médicos intentaron salvarle la vida, pero desafortunadamente a capaz de todo no tuvieron éxito y la niña fue pronunciada muerta en el hospital.
¿Los padres ya se encuentran aquí?
Los padres están en el hospital ahorita. Okay. It was the main building here. The incident last time happened at the other one where you see. So this is a school that my understanding is it's at least these 2 buildings. No, my understanding is that at 3:30 they'll be expecting parents coming in to pick up their children. And we want to make sure that we're going to be here to make sure that happens in an safe, orderly fashion. But again, we want all parents to realize that all the kids that are still here are safe and sound. We've done everything possible between us and the school to make sure that they don't see or hear anything. We're being very discreet about how this is handled to the extent that we can. Okay, thank y'all so much.